Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking with Miss Holt. I'm a retired home ec teacher and I enjoy cooking with my students, and now I enjoy cooking with you all. We are going to make vegetable casserole today, and I'm going to promote someone else's page today. It's where I got this recipe from. The page is called MeMe's Recipes, and it's spelled M-E-M-E, apostrophe S, MeMe's Recipe. The lady who handles this page, who does this page, is just the sweetest lady I have just ever seen. She lives in South Carolina, and she is a grandmother, and she does the recipes on her page that she cooks for her family. She has Sunday lunch every Sunday at her house for her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. And so this is one of the recipes that she does. And y'all, she has the most beautiful Southern accent. I'm Southern, but this woman has the most beautiful accent I have ever heard. She is just a pleasure to listen to. I declare she could read the phone book and I would sign up to listen. I mean, it's just, she's so calming and so soothing. I just love listening to her. So anyway, we're gonna get started, and I'll tag her in this post so you can go and see her version, which I know is much more wonderful than mine. But I'm going to half this casserole because it's just my husband and I that will be eating this afternoon. So you can certainly double it, and it's quick and it's easy. And let's get started. Let me turn down my camera so you can see my bowl. Okay. All right. So what I have in here is I have a cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. And it's always better to shred your own cheese. You know, cheese comes with kind of a coating on it, you know, in the bag. And it just makes it a little drier. But I mean, I use it, but my husband shredded this for me, and I actually have a little Colby Jack in there too. So, but hand shredded is always better. But of course, I have used the pack a lot myself. All right, so you need Veg-All for this recipe, and I am never too old to learn something new. And I've told you I'm a home ec teacher, but I learn something new every single day from other people that have food pages online. And I did not know that Veg-All made a larger cut of these vegetables. It's just, you know, they're just cut larger than the other kind, which is cut fine. And I have made similar versions of this casserole, but I've always used the fine cut, the small cut. So we're gonna try it MeMe's way this time, because she certainly knows what she's talking about. So this is a 29-ounce can, and it's drained already. So I'm just going to dump it in there, and you can see what it looks like. And then we have, Mimi uses Duke's mayonnaise, and I think that that's a Southern thing, and I use Duke's all the time too. And in my post the other day about store brand, you know, saving money on store brands, there's a couple of things, maybe 2 or 3 things that I'm really particular about that I will not buy store brands of, and mayonnaise is one of them. I stick with Duke's every time. So it takes a half a cup of that. So we're going to put that in there. Okay. And then she calls for a whole can of cream of mushroom soup. Of course, we're halving it. And so I'm just going to eyeball about half of this, and I can save this other half for something else. There'll be another casserole or pot roast or something to make in the next day or two, and I can save that for that. It also calls for 1 beaten egg to do half. And then I'm adding about a tablespoon of minced onion. Now hers did not call for that, but I'm just doing that just because we like onion. So just a little bit to just kind of give it a little bit of flavor. Maybe not even that much, but just a little bit to give it a little bit of flavor. Okay, and then we're just going to stir this up. Let me clean up a little bit here. Had a little bit of vegetables left in there. Okay, I'm going to stir this up. all this incorporated. Now, Mimi lives right over the Georgia-South Carolina line, which is about 3 hours from me, but where she lives, that part of South Carolina, is just, it's just beautiful country. It really, really is. Okay, so we have all that stirred up. You can see what it's going to look like right there. Then in here I have a half a stick of melted butter, and then I have a sleeve of crushed Ritz crackers. So we need to pour our casserole in this dish. This is what I'm just using, a really deep dish pie pan or pie dish. So I think it'll be about the right size, and I think that casseroles cook well in ceramic dishes. It just gives it a good crust or something. I just like the way it tastes in ceramic dishes. So let me pour this in here. I just want to spread that out, get it even. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Ritz cracker crumbs here, and we're going to put those on. Let me move you a little bit there. There we go. So now we're going to take our Ritz cracker crumbs. We're going to put those, I just put them in the middle. Then we can spread them out from there. I guess just you spill less that way. You just want to spread them out and make a crispy crust. Okay. All right, so that's what it's going to look like right there. I'm going to bake this covered for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to uncover it and bake it for about 10 or 15 until the crust gets crispy. And I'll come back in a minute and I'll show you what it looks like after it's baked. Okay, y'all, our casserole is just out of the oven, and you can see it's still bubbling around the edges. And we used our Veg-All, the large cut Veg-All that Mimi recommended. And again, this is from a Facebook page called MeMe's Recipes. I just love her, and I think she is just the greatest, and I've seen all of her videos, and I plan on keeping on watching more. And so I just hope that you will try this, and please go and follow her page, and I will see you soon.